Did you know, by replacing your potato chips with a grapefruit as a snack you can lose up to 90% of what little joy you still have left in your life? You're welcome. This is episode 4 of the series and we are currently running for our lives from the server alphas. But due to suffering from strong ADHD we couldn't help ourselves when passing by this one cave base. Not only did we miss our opportunity to get it, but we also wasted precious time that could have been used to evacuate the server safely. Well, I guess all we could say was we were shit out of luck. Tina Turner and the sex offenders had decided to go on a big scouting trip in an attempt to find us. Lucky enough Pong and Jello had already made it off the server. I however was stuck, but can you really ever be stuck when you're sitting on copious amounts of self-doubt and LSD medication? Damn straight you can't. Some time went by and Charizard was out of stamina. I opted to plummet down to the ground quite fast before pulling out the parachute, and lucky for me there was no one around. So I quickly threw out the Kentucky Fried Chicken and dragged myself over to the nearest white drop, which I had been eyeballing harder than a priest eyeballs kindergarten kids at a school field trip. I got out. I bet none of you believed in me, you little turd burglars. The next day we locate our new target. It's the house of Bob Ross. Bob Ross has got a great life going on, protected by his spiky shooty groupies, which we easily proceed to drown. Isn't it weird to think that you might be drinking the water that someone drowned in, and that you might be breathing in the same air that last left a dying person's lungs? And that the gift you gave someone that was wrapped in recycled paper might have been someone's suicide note, and that jellyfishes have 64 anuses. Weird world. Anyway, speaking of weird world, today we decided to raid with a Blastoise. This idea obviously fostered by Jello, who was apparently in a weird taming mood. Who am I to judge? The soaking worked, and that's really all that matters. Look at him go, he's like an Olympic athlete mixing creatine with steroids. What a champ. Blastoise did friggin' fantastic. The only turrets that were left to soak were in a placement that couldn't really affect us once we reached the exterior wall. Needless to say, we still took it easy on our approach, since Bob is not only globally famous as a painter but also a member of the Air Force. Meaning my boy liked to play with guns and we were not in the mood to take risks. I huddle over to the wall in an incredibly manly fashion, placing the Play-Doh on the wall instead of the door as to avoid an airlock from this devious man. And what happens? The guy has vaults on the interior of his walls. Clearly the man has gone rogue and all good things about him must have been tarnished a long time ago. He's the kind of person that comments on people's normal selfies spontaneously, saying stuff like, "I'm proud of you for not caring what anyone thinks," just to start some drama. I'm sure of it. The guy has to be removed, alright. He's clearly a menace to society. So I go in through the normal door, which didn't have an airlock like some psychopath would have had, only to discover not only does Bob Ross have a turret in the middle of his room, he's also got sick infected house pets. Being a strong supporter of animal rights, I opt to run the turret first and then euthanize the pets, following proper health code procedures of course. I'm uncomfortable with the word hero, to be honest. Oh my god, I found his Air Force uniform. First of all, I'm going straight to the shopping mall getting my 5% discount at McDonald's. Secondly, I'm getting arrested for fake valor, because who doesn't want to experience gangbangs by gruntled ex-military convicts? Also, I'm recoloring it since Bob Ross ain't got no clue about paint colors. Yet I'm gonna look mad stylish in these new threads. Tell me I'm beautiful, savages. While yours truly was supervising Doug Jones trying to get the vaults open, Jello decided that he was going to commit genocide without me. Was I jealous? Yes I was. After repeatedly failing getting up from the inner side of the building, mostly due to Doug Jones putting on Christmas weight, I decided to enter from the outside. A glory hole had been made and seemed perfectly fitting for my entrance to the second floor. This floor's looking all kinds of fancy. You know when you come to that point in life where you just decide, screw it, I don't care what anyone thinks. Well, this must have been one of those moments, since nothing screams micro penis more than having a statue of yourself next to your bed. Well, one thing is for sure, we know our guy enjoyed giving a show to an audience. They're even dressed up. It's like a furry convention for hobbits. I know a guy that would love this. Oh my god, some genuine Bob Ross paintings. I mean, a guy could have hoped to see something amazing, but let's be real here, any loot that comes after this just pales in comparison. Screw the comp bow blueprints and the flak blueprints, I'm all about this seductive painting of shredded Homer Simpson. Is that one of those space people from that game that all the poor people played? Cause it was free or something like that. Yeah, keeping it even comes with a motivational message. Lasagna chomper and philosopher Garfield. Garfield definitely studied art and gender studies in college. Feel free to try and change my mind. And lastly, this thing, which I don't really know what to do with, but I'm sure Jello will love it. Maybe I will put it in our living room at home, to motivate people before starting the art grind. Sadly, we never got that far since we got found. I'm guessing we poked around a little bit too fast, but that's what happens when you attempt to make new friends. It was a fun run and we will be back. Thanks for watching.